right now on DC News Now.
The Freedom 250 Grand Prix is revving up a lot of excitement to the area, but also bringing with it a lot of roadblocks to the district as well. How businesses nearby are being impacted by the big race.
Storms could impact your weekend. Chief Meteorologist Jackie Layer tells you when you'll need an umbrella. Neighbors in Tacoma Park, Maryland, waking up to broken car windows and glass scattered in the street.
Yeah, this feels like the type of thing you don't see here ever. So it's shocking.
Who's responsible and how neighbors are working to cover the cost of cleaning up. For the first time in more than 30 years, there is hope in treating one of the most challenging cancers to detect. The only healthcare system in America providing this breakthrough therapy is right here in the DMV. It's what's going around.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now, 4 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan. Mark Hall has the afternoon off. Well, DC trading political races for a much faster one this weekend. IndyCar is taking over the National Mall, something Washington has never seen before. The race will send drivers flying past some of our nation's most famous landmarks, speeds approaching 180 miles per hour. But the race also means major road closures, and some Smithsonian museums will limit access to only fans with race tickets. Some of those museums include the Air and Space, Natural History, and the National Museum of the American Indian. All other Smithsonian museums will remain open during their normal hours. And businesses in the district, they are gearing up for a busy weekend. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons live in Northwest. Liberty, good afternoon. How are they preparing for the influx of fans?
Good afternoon, Chris. Well, many businesses we spoke to say they are getting on their marks, they are getting set, and they are expecting to go nonstop this weekend. Many say that they're even bringing in extra staff to serve the crowds. Luggage in hand, many visitors told us they flew in from other parts of the country and the world for the big race. The Willard Intercontinental Washington, D.C. Hotel is also getting in the spirit. It's offering its Grand Prix visitors special drinks and meals and even a chance to race their own miniature cars. The food and beverage director told us their total occupancy is up compared to previous weeks. Meanwhile, Corner Bakery says they are hoping to see at least 1,000 customers this weekend, and they even added 8 extra employees on hand to help with the influx of customers.
We expect to get busy, honestly. So tomorrow, we are ready to get a lot of customers in here, a lot of visitors, and then I think yes. So we're gonna be a little bit busy, and then Sundays too.
And coming up in the next hour, hear from some of those customers. We spoke with a family who flew in all the way from Arkansas about how they plan to spend their time and their money here in the district. For now, live here in Northwest DC, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Liberty should be an exciting weekend here in the nation's capital. Meanwhile, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser hitting the track this morning. Bowser riding shotgun in one of the cars for a lap around the course. Bowser is speaking on how this race will impact the district this weekend.
Our teams have been working with the organizers to try to minimize disruption, but when we think of the tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars of economic impact events like this can have on the city, we not only want to have it this year, we want to have it next year and the year after that and the year after that.
The mayor also saying crews will start breaking down the event and clearing streets Sunday night, but it could last several days. Now, if you plan on making your way to the race, here's a look at a map from Metro showing the bus detours and road closures. They are strongly encouraging visitors skip the drive, take transit instead. Metro has specific stations for fans attending the race. Stripes ticket holders, they use Archives, Federal Center, Southwest, L'Enfant Plaza, and Judiciary Square, plus Gallery Place or Metro Center. Stars ticket holders, they can use Federal Triangle or Smithsonian. Now make sure to check the map before you go, and of course plan for extra travel time. Here's another look at the road closures. If you're heading anywhere near the National Mall over the weekend, the roads around the race course, they are closed right now. More closures expected as the event gets underway and we get closer to it. Drivers, of course, should expect heavy detours, traffic, and delays in the area. Now, for the full list of closures, visit our website at dcnewsnow.com. Just search Grand Prix. All right, let's get a first check on the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jackie Laird. Jackie, not a bad Friday afternoon for final preps for the race weekend. There is so much happening this weekend. How are we looking?
Yeah, I mean, out there on Saturday, we are tracking that threat for scattered thunderstorms, especially later on to the afternoon, evening. So keep that in mind. As we look towards Sunday, though, Sunday looking like a lot of improvement in that forecast. And Sunday, the bulk of the day could be actually dry with more sunshine and also at least a drop in the humidity, too. I mean, out there today, the humidity actually was dropped as well, so it felt pretty good. We're just noticing a couple of rain showers slowly trying to drift its way into our area right now, about to push into parts of Culpeper County, but this batch of rain and also was associated with a batch of thunderstorms farther south as it lifts its way north. Notice over the last couple of hours it's really lost its strength. So, and if anything, we're looking at some light sprinkles potentially for our southernmost counties. It's all associated with this low pressure just south of Richmond. Now, as that tracks its way northward, that's going to be bringing us that scattered thunderstorm threat through the day tomorrow before eventually that front will slide its way off the coast. But temperatures out there right now, lower 80s in D.C., upper 70s off towards the north and west. Yes, not a bad way to round out the work week. And look at these dew points. It's much more comfortable than what we had yesterday. Upper 50s to the north, lower 60s farther south. And like I mentioned, whenever you see 50s out there on the dew points, that is already, great, especially during the summer. Futurecast shows us a couple of those spot sprinkles through your Friday evening plans. But as we look ahead through the overnight, more of the scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue to lift their way north through the overnight. So heads up into tomorrow morning, some showers, some rumbles of thunder potentially, but better chance for storms later in the day. More on that coming up.
All right, Jackie, we'll see you then. Developing now at 4 neighbors in Tacoma Park, Maryland, waking up to broken car windows and glass scattered all across the street. Police said the thieves and vandals broke into almost a dozen cars overnight Thursday. DC News Now's Randy Bass spoke with neighbors out there. And Randy, they're searching for answers and also trying to cover the costs of cleaning up this mess, which is still there.
Yeah, Chris, you can see the evidence of these break-ins here in this Tacoma Park neighborhood along Aspen Court here. You can see some windows entirely punched out, window frames broken, and more glass just sitting on the ground here. More windows punched out. At least 11 cars were hit earlier this week, and police are searching for the suspects behind this all. And so police say this happened overnight Wednesday into Thursday morning, and police say that's when those neighbors woke up to see this all happen here right on their quiet cul-de-sac in this corner of Tacoma Park. Officers were able to contact at least one owner who had property stolen from his vehicle. They're investigating and contacting other vehicle owners here. Some owners tell us they took cash and some small amounts of other things from their cars, but left other items behind, telling us it could cost hundreds of dollars to fix the broken glass and cracked window frames. Neighbors said they saw about 4 people looking through cars with flashlights overnight and saw the rest of the damage in the morning when they woke up.
I was just shocked because, I come outside and everybody's outside looking at their cars, and there's just glass next to every single car in the parking lot.
It's shocking because, as you can see, it's a cul-de-sac here, very quiet neighborhood, not much happens around here.
And these neighbors are asking anybody with information to come forward. The Tacoma Park Police Department is still actively investigating. In Tacoma Park, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, tough there for those neighbors. All right, thanks, Randy. Meanwhile, in the district, DC police announcing 2 new youth curfew zones that go into effect tonight and last until tomorrow night. Starting at 8 p.m., teens under 18 are not allowed to gather in the Brightwood Emory Heights neighborhood and the Banneker Rec Center U Street corridor area. Curfew zones last until midnight and run into the citywide curfews, which last until 6 in the morning. Chief Justice John Roberts is allowing construction to continue on President Trump's $400 million White House ballroom for now. Roberts signed a temporary order today while the Supreme Court considers the Trump administration's emergency appeal. Lower courts had ordered construction to stop is saying the project requires congressional approval. The court's order only allows work to continue while the justices consider the case. Meanwhile, the Kennedy Center board is again trying to add President Trump's name to the Art Center, and a federal judge is being asked to stop it. Lawyers for Ohio Democratic Congresswoman Joyce Beatty are seeking an emergency order. They say only Congress can change the center's name. Well, President Trump's name was added by the board appointed by him earlier this year, but it was removed from the building in mid-June. The center's board approved the plan to re-add the president's name last week with an inscription reading, "Restored and renovated by President Donald J. Trump." That work could begin as early as September 8th. New renderings are giving us a look at the future of Dulles Airport. The massive makeover will transform the 60-year-old airport with an expanded main terminal, new concourses, and extended aerotrain. The project is part of a nearly $20 billion modernization plan. It's expected to take place over the next 15 years. Officials say the work will be funded primarily through bonds and airline fees and not taxpayer money. The Washington Commanders will be kicking off in less than 24 hours in Detroit as they take on the Lions in their second preseason game. While many of the Commanders starters are expected to play, we still do not know if quarterback Jaden Daniels will see any playing time. He did not suit up in the first preseason game against the Miami Dolphins last week. Head coach Dan Quinn says he'll make that decision depending on the overall health of the team as they gear up for Saturday's noon kickoff.